watching for Kids First, and today I'll be interviewing the director and producer of The Boss Baby, Ramsey Naito and Tom McGrath. Thank you for talking with me today.
Thanks for having us, Benjamin.
Thank you so much.
So I really liked the movie, and I got a couple of lessons from it. So I was wondering, what lessons do you want kids and adults to take away from this film?
Well, a lot of kids fear when they get a brother or sister that there isn't going to be enough love for them because the baby gets all the attention. And I was the boss baby in my family. I think I was a threat to my older brother. And as kids grow up, sometimes you fight, sometimes you love each other. But the truth is that there's enough love for everybody, and there's enough love. Parents have enough love for all their kids, and kids can give love to their brother or sister and get it back tenfold. And I think, there's plenty of love to go around, and really what we want to do is have parents and kids all laugh at the same time and enjoy a movie together.
I would completely agree with Tom. I mean, I'm a mother, and I have 3 kids, and I would hope that families and kids more specifically learn that there's enough love to go around and they never have to be jealous, but also to use their imagination. And not always rely on all of these devices that can captivate us for hours upon hours, because the best device is in your head.
Ooh, very nice.
Yeah, well said.
I agree.
So, the question I had is, just hearing the dialogue in the movie, what was it like directing Alec Baldwin in a role as a baby?
Well, we like to say he was born for the part. And he's such a good actor that he's almost self-directing in a way. And I think he loved the idea. He likes doing voices. He grew up with cartoons as well. And I think he got excited about playing a little baby in a suit because he grew up with 4 brothers as well. And he kind of knew the whole sibling rivalry game. But, he's very funny. He does impersonations. He sings. He does all these really... as multifaceted actor, and so he just really had fun and play, and it's really getting behind a mic and just playing. And he was working on this for 3 years. In fact, when we started this movie, you were 5 and a half instead of 11 and a half. That's how long it takes to make these animated movies. But he was great, and he gave us everything.
So can you tell me more about why you chose to produce this film?
I chose to produce this film because I got to work with director Tom McGrath, who is the best. And I've always wanted to work with him. We met each other 20 years ago. We've been friends for a really long time. And 3.5 years ago, he invited me to come and produce his movie, and it was really one of the best days of my life.
Because Ramsey's an artist, we get along really well, and the director-producer relationship is really important. And since we were friends, and we were a team, and you need a good friend and someone to rely on when you make these movies, because they take so long, and they're not as easy as they appear, and so Ramsey was my therapist and my friend, and would cheer me up when
I was your warrior.
Yeah. And every time I was sad, she'd give me a good knock-knock joke.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay.
That's pretty useful. How has this film evolved since it was first pitched to the both of you?
Oh, well, it wasn't pitched to us. We saw this book. It was a really great kids book by Marla Frazee. And it was a 30-page book about this little baby in a suit that goes to this family and bosses them around. And it's really, any parent would know that's how babies are. They're very bossy. And we thought, wow, this would make a great animated movie. And so we just started brainstorming ideas. Well, what would be fun to see in a movie? Maybe we should tell it through the point of view of a 7-year-old kid who gets a baby brother. And then started thinking, well, if the kid's worried about there's not enough love around, maybe babies are too, and maybe babies are worried about puppies getting all the love. And so we just started brainstorming all these ideas, even before we started the script. And it just seemed like such a unique new idea that all these ideas came pouring in. And then we wrote a script. And it took us 3 years to do that. And then the last 3 years, we've been actually making the movie.
So, in Madagascar, you directed the film and starred as Skipper. So I was wondering how it was easier just having one job while working on The Boss Baby.
I am a voice in The Boss Baby. Do you know which one
Really?
it could be? I'm not going to tell you. You have to guess.
Is it the Francis E. Francis's brother?
No. That's my other
It's a
friend.
good guess, though.
I'm a TV chef in there. You probably wouldn't know it was me.
I remember that part. Yeah.
And the vomit scene.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing, doing voice work is very fun, but it's very challenging too. And it taught me to become a better director by doing, smile and wave, boys, smile and wave. And what people don't know is we record all the voices beforehand, and there's no sets or costumes, and we do it in front of a microphone. And I realized when I was doing the voice that telling me where I was or what I was doing or what was surrounding me was very important. Context, really, it's called. And so just by being behind the mic taught me, wow, actors need context to do their part, and it actually, it helped me to be a better director.
So, I'm curious, what drew you both into animation as a genre?
Well, I always loved animation. As a child, I loved the art form. I loved watching it. I went to art school, and all my life I went to school for the arts high school. I went to MICA for sculpture, and then when I went to Cal Arts for grad school, I met all of these animators and it was the first time I actually met real animators that were actually animating and telling stories and through their drawings. And that's when I think I really fell in love with animation, and I couldn't believe that I could get a job in animation, and they helped me do that. And shortly after, I met Tom, who had also graduated from Cal Arts.
I wanted to be an astronaut, but my brother told me I was too tall to be an astronaut. So this is my B plan.
Yeah.
So, how is this film different from other films you've been involved with?
It's a good question. Every film is different, and every film is made differently because each director has a different way or different work style. And this film was really special to me because of the subject matter. It's a story about brothers teaming up only to get rid of one another, and then they fall in love with one another. So it was very connected to my own life and my own family life, and it was something I could share with my kids with the hope that they'd catch on to this idea of falling in love with one another. And this is a very different movie than any of the other movies I worked on.
Tell them some of your movies.
Oh, well, I worked on South Park movie, and I worked on Jimmy Neutron and SpongeBob, and South Park was a little different because it was for an older audience. For an older audience than. Have you seen South Park? No.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Wait a couple of years.
Yeah, wait a couple of years to see South Park. Ask your mom first.
But you can go see Boss Baby.
Yeah. Thank you for talking to me today.
Yeah, thank you.
Benjamin, it was a pleasure. Thank you.
You're great.
This is Benjamin reporting for Kids First, signing off. Bye.
DreamWorks, The Boss Baby.